Hey, welcome into Tiger Den Sports. My name is Jason Darcy, also known as the Blind Tiger. And in today's show, we're going to be talking about Cortez Hankton and Joe Sloan being elevated as co-OCs. But before we do that, do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe button, share this video out, and also hit the notification bell so you don't miss any upcoming uploads that's coming soon. So, Cortez Hankton and Joe Sloan got elevated to co-OCs. I think we were all expecting that to happen after the bowl game. Yeah, as y'all know, Mike Denbrock went to Notre Dame as the offensive coordinator there after the season they had. But Cortez Hankton and Joe Sloan should have been elevated as co-OCs because if you didn't, I believe they would have been going to another team, or at least one of them would be. They're that good of recruiters. They that good of position coaches. Joe Sloan's the quarterbacks coach, and now the offensive coordinator. Cortez Hankton is the wide receivers coach and offensive coordinator now. But with that being said, if Brian Kelly didn't elevate them as co-OCs, I believe at least one, maybe even both, would have went to a different school to be offensive coordinator. Joe Sloan wants to be a head coach one day, and he left Louisiana Tech as the offensive coordinator there to come to LSU and be the quarterbacks coach. It might have been a little bit of downgrade if you thinking of in the way of, well, he was calling plays at one school and now he's just coaching quarterbacks at another. But it's really not the same because he was at Louisiana Tech, which is a group of 5 school, calling plays. He only called plays for 1 year at Louisiana Tech. And now he came over to LSU as just the quarterbacks coach. And that's not a downgrade if you ask me. It's more of he wanted to elevate his position. And to do that, you couldn't do it at Louisiana Tech. So he gets the offensive coordinator job. I believe Joe Sloan will be calling plays, but him and Cortez Hankton will come up with the game plan together. And I believe it's going to work out. Y'all let me know in the comments below if y'all think it's going to work out or not. I think it's going to work out. I mean, if you look at it, Steve Ensminger and Joe Brady was basically co-OCs. They both made the game plans. Steve Ensminger called the plays, but Joe Brady got a lot of the credit for it. So I think Joe Sloan and Cortez Hankton working good together. They will work good together. This Brian Kelly coaching staff that he's putting together, I mean, just look at the offensive coaching staff. He got Cortez Hankton, Joe Sloan. You got Frank Wilson as the running backs coach. And there is a tight ends coach that's coming. In my next show, that's the one I'm going to talk about. So y'all make sure y'all subscribe so y'all don't miss it. But, I mean, this is an elite coaching staff. I have another show that I'm going to be doing about just talking about all the coaches. So y'all don't miss that one either. But Cortez Hankton, I believe, will be a head coach one day as well. And you got to remember, too, Joe Sloan, Cortez Hankton, Frank Wilson, they all are from Louisiana. They coached in Louisiana for years. They recruit Louisiana very well. And you couldn't afford to lose Hankton or Sloan. If you lost one or the other, I mean, think about it. Joe Sloan coached Jaden Daniels for the last 2 years. And he's the Heisman Trophy winner now. Joe Sloan also recruited Bryce Underwood, the number 1 quarterback and the number 1 player in the country for 2025. You can't afford to lose Joe Sloan. You lose Joe Sloan, I'm not saying Bryce Underwood decommits, but it's a very good possibility that it happens. And then with Garrett Nussmeier reportedly says that he loves Joe Sloan. He's a great coach. And I believe Garrett Nussmeier is going to do great things. And you got to think about this too. With Joe Sloan and Cortez Hankton staying as co-OCs here, you don't have to introduce a new game plan. You don't have to introduce a new philosophy. You don't have to introduce a new scheme or a new playbook or anything. Joe Sloan and Cortez Hankton will run the same. Well, put it this way. Well, it will basically be the same scheme and everything. The only difference is Garrett Nussmeier can't run the ball like Jaden Daniels did. That's not the style quarterback he is. He's a pocket passer. He got a great arm. So you're going to see a little bit difference of an offense. But it's still going to be really good. Look at what they did in the bowl game. They had over, I think, 500 yards of total offense, 395 passing, 100 and something rushing yards. I don't have the stats in front of me. If y'all are new here, y'all got to remember too, I am blind. That's what makes this channel unique. I do play-by-plays, talk sports. So that's what makes this channel unique. So share it out. Y'all do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe button, and notification bell right now. But yeah, so Cortez Hankton and Joe Sloan, you couldn't afford to lose them. I think that everything's going to be fine on the offensive side of the ball. I think it's going to look a little different, but you're going to get the same amount of yards. You're going to score 35 points a game. I think it's going to be more run heavy next year, but that's okay because you have Caleb Jackson, Trey Holly, Caden Durham coming in, and you got Josh Williams coming back. That's a great deep running back room. So I think they're going to run the ball a little more. And Garrett Nussmeier, you know he's good. He likes to take shots down the field. So keeping the offense the same with the same philosophy and everything is really good on Brian Kelly's part. And you got to think about this too. Brian Kelly also called plays on the offense. His best year was calling plays at Notre Dame. He's a great offensive-minded coach. So he's going to have some insight and input on that side of the ball with Joe Sloan and Cortez Hankton too. So if that eases your mind, I hope it does. Because Brian Kelly knows the offense. He knows how to run the offense. And I'm sure Joe Sloan and Cortez Hankton, if they get in a bind, Brian Kelly would help them out, talk them through it, teach them, and I believe they'd be good in good shape. So I hope y'all enjoyed the show. That's what I had for today. Y'all hit the subscribe button, and I'll see y'all next time. Let's see if I can end this now. I'm trying to end it. No, you're going to have to come in there for me. I got my producer.